Hey, Boo.
Hey,
You look cute.
thank you.
I swear every day, well, not every day, but every time we film, I contemplate doing makeup. And then it's like,
It took me like 10 minutes to do this. You can do 10 minutes.
you just lied to me. It took you longer than 10 minutes.
It only took me 10 minutes to do this.
Well, it looks good for a 10-minute job.
You can do 10 minutes, Dana.
I something in my spirit.
Dana.
We've discussed this. Every time I try to do a quick little face, I'm going full drag. So I don't know how to do a 10-minute face, honestly. So
Dana, give us 10 minutes.
mm-hmm. I mean, I try to look kind of spiffy. I got my little glasses.
I seen you with your little glasses on.
Yeah. So
what's this about?
Giving you some shoulder, honey. You know.
I see you got your shoulders out and
hair down. Yeah.
I see that you're getting.
I tried something.
Wait, let me.
I thought you about to be facetious.
Excuse me?
What you about to do?
No, I'm putting on my.
Oh, I thought you were grabbing a prop or something. I know you about to get your earrings in.
I mean, don't make me.
Do I need to get mine?
Ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
We having a fan party.
We are not doing that. No.
That's what I thought.
Listen, Heifer. Okay?
Heifer.
Oh, now you got your wine today.
I had my wine last time.
It didn't seem like it. I didn't see you sip not a once.
I didn't see you sip either. Did you sip?
I was sipping.
Oh, well. I had my wine last time, and I had my wine the time before that as well.
I even took it out, and I purposely was like, I got water today. I don't have a wine.
I got me some short.
Work made me. It started me off on a headache, so I don't understand. So, I was. This episode was. I liked it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
for me, I didn't care. I don't like. They tried, they took all this time to build it up, and finally dropped the bomb, and it was just like, wah, wah.
Let me say, I mean, it was more exciting this week than last week, but it still wasn't like.
I just feel like all that prepping that they did to build up to this episode, it was lackluster.
It didn't give you what you thought it was going to give you. By no means, no. I will say that I no longer now like anybody on the show, because before Monique was my girl. I officially no longer like Monique after this episode. Like,
why? Because she was being herself.
Done deal. Ain't nothing cut that off.
Hey.
It's a done deal.
I still like Karen just because she's funny to me, not because I think she's real. No, she's funny.
I don't like her personality.
Her confessions are hilarious. The shade.
Yes. Her shade is funny. Like, yes, she's humorous. Yes. Yeah,
I don't like Wendy that much right now.
I don't like Wendy. I like the role that Robin is taking on the show this season. Yes. I will say that. I like the position that Robin is taking. That's all I can say. I don't like none of these heifers though.
Right. So would you like to because normally I'm the narrator through every scene.
Girl, I stopped taking scene by scene notes.
All right, fine, damn it. Let's get this started.
What up, y'all?
What up, y'all? This is Ladies with KeKe. My name's Dana B.
And I am Cassie J, the new and improved.
Yes. So today we bring you Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 7, Fireball and Firepits.
I would love a fire pit in my house. Well, not in the house, but at the backyard. Yes.
My sister and my dad had those, and they're cool. It's not an everyday thing because of the bug. Right. But
oh my God, did you like all the bugs?
Yeah, you better have your little tiki thingies around for the mosquitoes and stuff. I ain't lying. Nevertheless, it's nice when you have like the marshmallows and some wine and the right people. You know what I mean? It's
Everything
a vibe. It's a moment.
Is a thing with the right people.
True. Very
sad.
Alrighty, so it starts off. It resumes with the whole Michael night out conversation
at the dinner.
Right. Giselle says she wants to talk to Ashley
alone,
just her
and Candace, which I respected, and I was happy about that.
The way that they handle things, this episode,
perfect,
spot on. It's like, okay, ladies,
y'all grown up, y'all matured.
Like, come through.
Do it.
So, then they try to convince. Well, so now they are about to go outside for the fire pit, and
they wrap up the dinner. They go back home.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes. See, I do remember some scenes.
Well, you know. So now they're at the house, and all the ladies are about to go outside, and Giselle convinces Monique, like, hey, we're just gonna sit back and we're gonna talk to her real quick. Monique will get
overreacts. Because she's like, well, what's going on? Because she said, me and Candace are going to sit back for a minute because we want to talk to Ashley. She was like, well, I'm going to build this big fire out here so we can make s'mores. And they was like, okay, we'll join you as soon as Ashley comes down, because Ashley was upstairs trying to put Dean down to sleep. And if anybody has kids or been around kids are not on a schedule like an adult. The baby goes over to sleep and the baby ready to go to sleep. It may take 15 minutes. It may take 30 minutes. It may take an hour. So it took a little time to get the baby to sleep. So the whole time while she's trying to get the baby to go to sleep, Candace and Giselle were sitting in there waiting for her. So Monique is getting aggravated because she's like, oh, so you're just going to leave all the hard work for us, and then y'all just going to come out and enjoy. And it was like, well, we'll put the fire out then if that's how you feel, so you don't feel like you're doing all the work. But it wasn't even about that. It was the fact that you guys are having a sidebar and I am not a part of it. That's what it really boiled down to. She wanted to be in control of the whole weekend, and she wanted to know what everybody was doing and talking about.
Because at first she said, okay, cool, y'all can be in the house, whatever. Then she went out, and then she forgot something in the house, or she needed something. So
she was looking for graham crackers and marshmallows.
Right, and then she was just...
And she was loud. And they was like, be quiet. You know, Ashley's upstairs trying to put the baby to sleep, be quiet. And she was like, oh, okay. But then she continued to be loud. And I'm like, Monique, you got kids, so you know what that's like. So then they had to tell her, well, we're trying to plan a surprise for you to just curry along. It'll take you that long to find some crackers and marshmallows. She plucked my nerves. Honestly, this whole episode, she just nails across the chalkboard. Right. Ashley finally comes downstairs. Right. And they talk to her about the situation. Candace and Giselle tell them that Candace received a text message about Michael, all this stuff. And she wasn't too surprised. She really wasn't. It was like you telling her that, you know, tomorrow there was a sale at Macy's. It was just, But she said she'll look into it. And then she says, you know, she looks into everything that Michael does. She didn't know anything about him cheating on her. She looks at text messages and emails. And she sniffs his drawers. That's just nasty. I ain't gonna do that. If I gotta do that, I feel like that was from a joke before. Go down to sniffing your drawers when you come home. We don't need to be together. This is a wrap. Yep, this is a wrap. Wrap this up. No, you're not bringing out the best in me. So we gonna have to go, okay? I mean, she was like, we've been down this road before, so I'm aware. Because it was like, you don't seem surprised. And she was like, well, we kind of been down this road before. Like, we've had situations before, so, you know, we've talked about this before. So, I mean, I'll talk to him again and be like, hey, this has come up again. What's going on? So she did. I was happy the way they handled it. I was happy that, you know, Giselle was there to kind of mediate. And she was like, I want to stress the importance that, you know, Candace wanted you to know this, and she wanted this to be handled in private. And she wanted you to know that she was not trying to be messy. She didn't want the rest of the girls to hear about this. She wanted to come to you. She only came to me because, you know, she wanted to know how to handle it. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't on no messy type stuff. And she does value where you guys are right now. And Monique did come back when Ashley came downstairs. She was like, oh, so Ashley's a privilege to this conversation. I was like, but did they not tell you that they wanted to talk to her? So why are you acting like...
Part of it, I do think that she was kind of joking-ish, you know, trying to be playful a little bit.
You know what they say?
Every joke.
Behind every joke, there's a little bit of truth.
You know? So I don't think that she was, like, that bothered just yet. She'll get to the bothered part later on. I'm just like, really, girl? But I stand corrected because last week I was like, why do you want to tell Giselle? And so honestly, I applaud Candace and I applaud Giselle how they handled it. Because honestly, I thought she was being messy when she went to Giselle too. But
I did too.
Obviously,
I was like, girl, why are you going to tell Giselle?
Better. And so after that was all said and done, I mean, of course, Ashley told everyone anyhow.
Later, and then but we'll talk about why.
Yeah, later. But it was still good how that they handled it. So I applaud them. So Giselle's going to be leaving to go to receive an award.
Yes.
And then all the other ladies, they were in some part of Monique's house and they were drinking.
They were downstairs, I think, like in the basement or something.
Yeah. And so while they were drinking, this is where the fireball comes into play.
Yes, Karen.
Honey.
Karen spills all her tea.
She was drunk. She was downright drunk, and she was becoming a little chatty patty.
She did, because, you know, Karen, I mean, you know, she's not really telling her business.
If you want to know Karen's business, honey, just
give up some fireball.
And just wait it out a little bit.
Yes, wait and see.
She told all her business. But, so the next day, Chris arrives.
Wait, we didn't tell her business.
Oh, what's a business? I don't know. Like the whole part
Karen, she basically just said she told the truth about what's really going on with her and Ray, and was saying that, yes, I did give Ray money after the whole tax situation. She said she gave her like half her money to help them to recover after the whole tax situation. And then she tried to talk to Monique, you know, how are you and your husband, like, how is the marriage? This is another reason why I started not like Monique. So Karen is drunk, but she's opening up to you guys. And at that moment, she tried to, you know, relate with Monique. And Monique was like, I'm not really trying to talk. I'm trying to just be drunk and KeKe. I don't want to talk to you guys. I get it, but then it also made me feel like you still trying to put on this perfect Patty face.
Yeah.
Karen was known as the perfect Patty. But she is putting that guard down. And
it was like Karen and Sharice. They are the two that try to...
perfect patties.
Right. Yeah.
And here you are now still doing it. And this was a moment where I felt like it was a safe zone. And it was, okay, come on, girl. But you... Oh, okay, I don't want to talk about that. And she was just like, okay, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I keep acting like everything's all right.
Like, honestly, I remember that part, but I feel like I was watching the show, but I was just like...
It irritated me, and I was just like... And so then she moved on to who it was, because it was Karen, Wendy, and Robin that were down there.
Yeah.
And so she was just like, okay. And she said something to Wendy, and Wendy kind of was like... I'm like, stop shading Wendy. Why do you hate her so much? That's what I really want to know. Why she don't like Wendy.
Maybe because she everything that she ain't. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Or maybe she wants to be a, you know, the new girl. They got to haze them. Somebody got to be that person.
Karen, stop.
Who knows?
Stop.
So Chris arrives and... This is where I think the next scene, correct me if I'm wrong, Monique, this is where she kind of goes off
This is the first time she goes off.
How rude Candace, Ashley, Giselle were, that they were having a conversation inside for an hour.
That's when this is when they was in the kitchen.
And she wishes that they would have communicated they need to speak to her privately. Speak to Ashley privately. But I was like, they kind of did say that though, didn't they?
They did. They said it at the dinner. And then they said it when they got back to the house. So they mentioned it twice. So it wasn't, you weren't unaware, you were just upset. And that's when, you know, Ashley went ahead and said, well, they pulled me to the side because it was a private conversation. And even Candace was saying that. She was like, I mean, it was something about Ashley's life.
Right.
And it was something pertaining to her that I did not want everyone to know. And so Ashley was like, well, you know, it was some sensitive information about my marriage. And then that made Monique upset again, all over again. Because she was like, here we go again. Didn't y'all learn from last year? It's like we're doing the same thing.
Take them down. It's like, what are you talking about, Monique? Like, I
was like, what?
She really does make a lot of things about her.
She deflected like a motherfucker.
It's like, at the end of the day, it's still something, even if it happened last year and the year before that and the year before
even
that.
If it happened last
month. Something new, and obviously she's a new mother, so the times are kind of different. But it's like...
She was like, when are y'all going to leave people's marriages alone? I liked how Robin handled it. Again, this is what I'm saying. I'm liking the position that Robin's taken. Robin was like, well, you can't be upset with Candace for telling her.
Right.
You can't be mad at the messenger, and you can't be mad at the person that is receiving it either. She was like, I understand that you feel like let people's marriages be, but if you receive some information about someone's marriage, you don't want to just leave them out there and to find out about it.
But you saw how she made it about her.
She did. That's what I'm saying. She was like, that's what I'm saying. You just leave it alone.
Get out of people's marriages. See, you did that with Charisse. It's like, this ain't got nothing to do reaching for something.
You don't even know. And that's what she's like. I mean, she said, I mean, you don't. She was like, I mean, this was about me. And this was something she said. I mean, it was a problem. She said, I don't even know what your conversation was about. She was like, I mean, I wasn't going to tell you. I was just telling you.
Monique is really making it about her. She was like, she's basically trying to control.
Like, that's what they said. You're trying to control. And they brought it up when she brought it up again. You're trying to control everything around you because you can't control what's going on in your own house. You got personal issues with your marriage, yourself, and you can't control that. So you're trying to control something else.
Other people. And
yes.
It's like Candace is a scapegoat. It's right. Like, honestly, it's not. I really want them to have the conversation, and I want Candace and Monique
to stay,
or just to ask, like, Ken, did you know that Charisse and Monique had a beef? Because if she did not know that they had a beef, then she's not at fault. You're mad at the wrong person. You need to be mad at Charisse because she's the one that's gossiping and lying about it. So it's like, I really want to.
It's like they need to have the conversation and be done with it and move on and just agree that we're not going to be friends and just go on.
Right. Period.
But it's like, stop bringing everybody into the situation
about you because of your beef with Charisse.
It's over. Leave it
alone. Who said that? I think Robin thinks that the reason why Monique is so upset is just because Candace was involved.
And that's because it happened. So when the rest of the husbands come, the women go outside. They're sitting by the pool. And that's when Robin and Wendy was sitting outside. And she was like, yeah, girl, we got drunk last night. And, you know, Karen started talking about, you know, her and Ray. And so when Karen comes outside, Wendy was like, how are you feeling? I heard those fireballs got to you. And, you know, Karen was like, what is you talking about, Robin?
Yes. And
she was real like, see, Wendy, that's that shit I'm talking about. And she was like,
for one,
and it's like,
in front of a camera, okay?
You got drunk and you said some stuff, and I get it right here now. You probably don't want to talk about it. and that's cool. You could have just said that. You could have been like, girl, I got drunk last night, and let's just leave last night, and last night stay here. We gonna leave that be. You could have said something to that extent, but you didn't have to act like you don't know what she's talking about, because you know what she's talking about. You got drunk,
right?
So that's when Monique comes out with the Danishes.
Yeah.
It was like, do you guys want some Danishes? And that's when they have the blow up the second time. And her and Candace go into it again. And Candace walks away because she was like, I'm not going to do this with you. Right. And they was like, do you not see how you're like trying to control the situation? She's like, I'm not trying to control the situation. She just doesn't want to have a conversation with anybody. She want to do it on her time. It was like, no, not really.
Not this time, sweetheart. Not this.
It was like, you're upset with them because they had a conversation with Ashley. It had nothing to do with any of us. It was about Ashley. It's not about you. Right. But you're making it about you.
Right.
And I'm just like, Monique, I don't understand why you don't understand that. And she tried to and she blew them off. They was like, are you willing to sit down and talk? And she's like, Danishes?
Yes. She's projecting her anger on the ladies, trying to control this trip because she can't control nothing else. Everything, I guess, whatever's going on with Chris, he ain't cooking and this, that, and the third. I don't know, but
so they go back,
walk away. Maybe her life is too chaotic to manage with this show. I don't know.
They go back in and they're eating. So they finally sit down and eat because Candace went upstairs. She was gonna leave, but she was like, I'm not gonna leave because
Chris.
What's her husband's name?
Is it Chris? I think it's both Chris.
Are they Chris and Chris?
I think.
The two husbands. Her husband and Monique's husband are good friends. And she was like, I don't want to ruin this for him, so I'm gonna stay.
Right.
So she stays and they bring in the food. They sing happy birthday. Monique throws shade talking about, I think she's packing because we got into a fight.
Right.
We find out how Wendy and Ed met at dinner while they was eating. They said, so how did you guys meet? And then she said, it was an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
I was like.
Also at this dinner, dinner, I guess you say, Karen's hungover. I thought that was hilarious.
She was feeling lightheaded, and it was like maybe
you're hungover. Because you're hungover.
She was like, no, I got a ginger ale to settle my stomach. And I'm like, get you some bread, baby.
So Wendy doesn't really get along with her in-laws, though.
Yep. The moms don't like each other.
Yeah. And they didn't even come to the wedding. And they have not met their baby. Yeah, it's kind of messed up,
That is very sad. They have not met the baby. Like, they barely know the other mother.
Yeah.
Like,
and he had to choose his wife or his mom. He chose his wife.
Yeah.
Which is huge. It's huge. So.
That's sad, though.
Then they play a game.
They play like charades type.
Imitate your wife.
Everybody else was funny except for Monique.
Yeah, Chris imitates his wife, basically giving him fellatio. That's messed up. At first, I thought I saw the bottle and I thought that
I was confused. I thought he was calling her a drunk.
Yeah, I was like, and then when we realized what happened, I was like, dang, that's nasty too. It was like, that's how you really feel about your wife? She's there good for us to pleasure you? Ugh.
I was uncomfortable with that. Like, when I realized that's what he was doing, I was okay.
The other Chris imitates Candace.
That was funny with the switch. He comes in, he's like, hello, I am Miss USA.
Yeah.
Yes, I am well put together. He said, give me the switch. He was like, get out of my house. I was like, yes. You know your wife, though.
What you just said. So then everyone leaves.
And Monique goes to sleep. Right as Candace is leaving, though. She's up. She's awake.
Well,
when everybody else off,
even she was knocked out.
All of a sudden, she's so asleep, in a deep sleep, she can't even hear.
Come on now. Come on now.
She's so fake.
And then, I guess everyone leaves. Everyone goes back to life. Then it says 24 hours later. I'm getting tired of this.
I am too. I am so sick of this.
So Ashley calls Michael, and I guess Michael's
agitated.
Yeah, he's caught off guard. It's like, damn, your wife.
Aren't you at work?
Day is?
Aren't you at work? It's in the daytime.
You get irritated because asking how your day is. How are you? Are you breathing?
Are you well? Are you busy?
Make that make. I'm not gonna wear these glasses anymore. I know that because I can't move my head, but so much because it's stupid light. Because of the light.
Oh, it's like you got to do.
I gotta go at this and I'm uncomfortable. Anywho, sorry. So yeah, Michael was very rude to her.
She said, "Michael, don't tell me that again." He was like, "I'm saying I was at work." She said, "I heard you loud and clear the first time. Don't say it again."
Caught off guard. So, Ashley said that Michael admits to a woman touching him.
Yes.
Then out of nowhere, like a couple hours later,
like an hour later, the story comes out that
article posted that Michael was in a hotel.
It has the pictures of him in a hotel. There was a video of him at the bar and another girl that was like, they were very close. They were very intimate, like, and then the picture that, of course,
a woman
Candace had showed.
Really? A woman was touching you. So how you end up
you didn't turn her away.
Speak on it. I mean, I really.
But you know what? She's pregnant again.
Who?
She's pregnant again.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I seen that last week that she was pregnant again.
He's humiliating her.
She's such a pretty girl, though.
I feel like it's not shock to her when she hears these things because she knows.
That's what I'm saying. When you seen when they told her, she was just like, I mean, they gave her the phone and she was like.
She wasn't devastated.
She gave him the phone back like, here you go.
Yeah, I was like, oh, nice picture.
And they was like, is this a reliable source that you got this from? Yeah.
Like, I feel like maybe she doesn't really love him. I don't know. It doesn't add up to me.
Maybe they have an understanding.
No, there's no way you love someone. Like, honestly, if I was in love with a man and I see this evidence, I'm going to be devastated. Unless you're numb to it now.
I'm saying maybe they have an understanding. And I'm saying the reason why I'm like, maybe they have an understanding and it's maybe devastating to her because it's getting out and you're not. It's like the Will and Jada thing. We have an understanding. I'm only upset now because you didn't follow the rules and it's getting out. You're supposed to keep it under wraps. People are not supposed to know about it. You're supposed to keep it in private. You ain't supposed to be out at the bar. People can see you and take pictures. You know, you need to be in the state somewhere. People don't know you necessarily. They're going to be catching you. Because you see, next week, she admits that they have had situations together.
Right.
So she admits that. So it's like, you've done things together as a couple. And I feel like that's that fine line. People, when you do that as a couple, it opens that door to be like, well, maybe I can do this alone.
Without my wife. Or maybe she just agreed to because she knew that he was going to cheat regardless. So it's like, fine, if you're going to cheat, let me be involved. You know what I'm saying?
Cheat me.
But I mean, I wish them well. I wish
I wish her well.
Yeah. Well, you gotta wish him well too, because he got kids with us. So the bed.
I wish her well. I just don't think nobody deserves that.
No, but I mean, like you said, maybe they have an arrangement. Maybe so. But that's all we got. My note, I wrote a whole bunch of notes, but honestly,
dang!
honestly, I can't read half of them. I need to stop taking notes while I'm watching at the same time. Something I don't know. I'm rambling about nothing.
That's a legal pad.
Yeah, it is.
I have a little notepad. You have a legal pad.
It came in this whole package, so here we are. Okay. Until next time. Bye, guys.